Check. Okay, works. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Darkblader. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a platformer. Except this time it's part 3. If you already haven't seen part 1 and 2, then I'm not sure if you'll be able to catch up. But just as a quick summary, in part 1 we made the basic platforming script, and in part 2 I showed you how to make different levels as well as trampolines and enemies, as you can see here. So far, we've only got into the point where I've made a trampoline as something which will help you and spikes as your enemy. So if you can see here, I've just placed these randomly to show you that this does work. So now I'm going to show you how to add different enemies. So if you don't know, that you can see that this goes in infinite loop. I can just keep restarting. So first thing, let's fix that. So since let's remove this forever loop because that goes out throughout the game. So let's see here. So backdrops. What is the backdrop number? This is backdrop number 3. The number is this. So now I'm going to go back to the player and take control. So now repeat until. So I'm going to go into the operators and put this as 3. So if you still haven't figured out what I'm trying to do is, so this code will keep working. If it touches the green, it'll go to the next level until it's on the last level, which currently is 3. So now if I was to link this up here, we can see I go here and I can pass this. Okay, wait. So I can pass this. Level 2 is empty. Now we've got level 3. Now as you can see here, the yellow line's gone because this is no longer functional. So if I was to go here, nothing happens. So this makes sense, right? So now you can tune this number to whatever your last level is. Now I'm going to show you one more extremely important and well used and popularly used, enemy. So this will be the same as a player, except it moves around. So first of all, I'm gonna make um an enemy which looks exactly like the player. So I'm gonna copy this and paste and paint a new one, then paste it. So now we've got something exactly like that. But we want the person who plays this to know that this isn't any normal one cube. This cube is going to damage you. So I'm going to make it so that it's red so you can tell the difference. So now when green flag clicks, forever. So now, as you know, the forever loop makes sure the whatever's encoded inside will be functional throughout the game. So forever waits until. This is when stuff gets tedious, especially for moving sprites. This gets extremely tedious. So what I'm gonna do is I'll wait until. Let's make a new backdrop. Go to backdrops and I'm gonna duplicate this. So we have one more level. So well, I've added a couple of levels to make this easier. Wait until it equals 4, because that's the level after these random positions. Show we'll go because it would be hiding. So I'll put this hide. So wait until backdrop number equals 4. Then it'll show. Now if you remember, I used the repeat until block, right? So I'm gonna duplicate this. You see now repeat until backdrop number equals 4. Let's say I'm gonna put him here wait, no, here. So glide to here. I'll just put a go to. Glide to here. Then let's say put this to here. Glide to here. So now that's go to. So now you've got a perfectly working enemy which moves. So um so if this is too slow for you, you can change this glide 1 second too. So it'll take 1 second for it to glide from here to here, then to here. So you can increase that speed by changing this. But before I start, I'm gonna tell you this won't work. Why? Because this will go until it's level 4, which is wrong. We want this to repeat until it's not level 4. So when the backdrop number changes, it should stop. That's why if we go to operators, we have one more block, the not block. Whatever you put inside here, it means if this doesn't happen. So repeat until the backdrop number isn't 4. Move around. I'll just call this the move around. So repeat until this isn't. Repeat until it detects a change. Move around. So now I'll demonstrate. I missed. Okay, never mind. So we've got level 1, level 2 with nothing. Wait, I think I found out a mistake. This won't work. So when you do, I'll change this to backdrop number 6. So I'll just make this um wait wait 1 second. Oh, okay, sorry, I think I found out the problem. It's because of this. When I receive so what I'm going to do, if so I'm just going to change something here. You might, if you are using the code I did at first, I'm going to change it. If when I receive next level, if backdrop number is not 4, so because this is backdrop number 4. If backdrop number is not 4, next costume. If backdrop number is 4, hide. That should make sense if I'm right, because I don't think that's very complicated. So I'm going to put this here, and when I receive next level, if backdrop number isn't 4, next costume. And I'll duplicate this, and if backdrop number is 4, I'll tell it to hide. So I'll remove the next costume and tell it to hide. And I'll also add when green flag clicked, show, because whenever you have a hide block, you will usually always want to show block. So now I'll do this one more time, and okay, so sorry about that. So now I'll do this one more time. I've completed level 1, level 2, random level. Now you see he's moving. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not. Okay, now it'll work. Now we've got nothing, and we've got this little guy who moves. But I haven't added the death scripts yet. So back to where I was. So do you remember this guy? This spike guy. So I'm gonna duplicate this. So I'll name this person enemy. So I'll go back to the player script. So just if this doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry, but the most of the experience I've had making stuff like this is when I'm challenged to make this only using a single piece of code. So now if I touch, I die. I think the guy glitched out. Okay, when green flag. I did add the show block, right? Okay, sorry, but now you also need to add a show block where you've got a when green flag clicked. So now this should work. So you've got this, you can see. Spike. Okay, I'm experiencing a what's the Spike's costume? So in costume 1, wait, I think this. Okay, I'm sorry. I think it was just a minor glitch. Why is the trampoline still showing? Uh, what backdrop number are we on? Are we currently? We're on backdrop number 2. Okay, I just need to video cut this out. Where I don't need this stuff. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes when the enemy comes, you might have to double click the green flag. The problem with the spike was that when it hides, it sometimes glitches out. So what I've done is I've just what I need to do is just add this and remove this. So instead of hiding it, I've just created another costume, except there's absolutely nothing. And in the trampoline that works as well. If you remember from my last video, I used this to make sure that I don't have to get confused between hiding and showing, and so it's very easy. So now we've got this done. We've completed most of the basics of a platformer. So you can see we have all of this. So we've got this little enemy guy, but I think this is quite slow, and he moves um for a very small distance. So now so I'm gonna increase his speed. So let's stop this, and I'm gonna double his speed. So I'm gonna set this to 0.5, and this is the X position. So I'm gonna increase this as well. Well, maybe not this, but I'll change this to minus 30. I think that's good. So now, okay, I'll just have to. So you might sometimes I have to double click the green flag. I think it's just a bug due to the large amount of, I don't know, code it takes. Now you can see he's much faster and much more annoying. A suitable enemy. Yikes. Yes, I made it past him. Now we're back here. But you see that he's still showing, isn't he? I'm gonna duplicate this. Except I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna delete this. It's so I've got this. All I've got is a wait until block. So I'm gonna duplicate this not thing and put it here. So it'll wait until it's not, and then it will hide. I don't. You might not understand, but I'll tell you. So if you remember, I said here, if this will make it detect a change in backdrop numbers. So wait until it'll detect. Wait until you detect a change. Wait, no, sorry. Wait until you detect the change. Then you need to hide. If these look like quite large bits of code apart from these two. They look like quite large pieces of code, but they're fairly simple. So you should be able to complete games like this without much difficulty. So you can see I'm here. Another level random. He's moving really fast. I'm gonna keep dodging you. Okay, never mind. I can't beat him. I made my AI too powerful. Now you see he's disappeared. So now you see I'm back. I've got a clear, and I'm restarting. And now I'm back to level 4. The reason that glitched out is because you see I've got um s- uh s- 5 different backdrops, but these guys only have 4 different costumes, so they go back. So on level 5 they go back to their first costume. So if something like that happens to you, all you have to do is make sure you have the same amount of costumes as your backdrops. So I'm gonna duplicate these. Now if I were to restart all of my stuff, nothing would glitch. See, this level was empty at the beginning. We've got the glitchy trampoline and the enemy, I mean the spike, and we've got this enemy who I can most definitely dodge. I've made my AI too powerful. He's disappeared and they've still, and now you get a perfect sync of restart. Now if you do this again, I'm not exactly sure this will work, but see, you've got this little cube back. I hope you I hope this is simple enough, but I don't think that having just one enemy, having 2 enemies and one good guy is enough, do you? So I'm gonna add an something which makes you, let's say, invulnerable. So it'll make so it so it'll make sure that if you have it, you can't be damaged. So I'm gonna go to this paint, okay? So I'm gonna make something that would uh how that would look like a small, like wait, how big is this? That's a bit too small, don't you think? So I'm gonna take this. So this little dot, if you touch it, will, let's say, make you invulnerable. Why does that look so glitchy? Okay, never mind. It'll make you invulnerable, as I said before. But I don't think red's a good color. I'll change it to blue because I think, yeah, this looks kind of glitchy on my screen. I don't know about you, but okay. So um, let's start off by naming him. Let's say power up. I misspelled power up. So we've got all of this stuff. So now we need to go here. Uh let's make a variable. Make sure this is for all sprites, not for this sprite only. So let's make this power up. Okay. So we've got power up here. So now I'm gonna duplicate this code, this kind of code once again. So except power up, I'll delete this and sets power up to I'm gonna make this so that in case you want to add more, it's still possible. Set power up to invincibility. So this will make sure you can't die. So I'm just gonna copy this so that it's easier for me to type it down. Okay, so we've got power up to invincibility. So now I'm gonna go back here. When green flag clicked, forever, um, if I'll go back here. If touching player, hide. So hide. Then wait. Let's say let's make this 7 seconds, and then I'm gonna go back here and show, and I'm gonna put a hide at the beginning. You know what? Maybe I won't. So now we've got this, and I'm also gonna move this down. So, but this won't affect anything. It'll just set a random variable to invincibility. But that won't help, would it? So I'm gonna go to the enemies. We've got these two, don't we? So I'm gonna so um if power up, so you can see here. So if I'm gonna go to the equal. So if power up is not invincibility, you, if power up isn't an invincibility, if your power up is not invincibility, and you're touching Spike, you will die. If your power up is invincibility and you're touching Spike, you won't die. So now all I have to do is do the same thing here. So I'm gonna surround this, duplicate this, and put it here. So now I'm touching this. You see, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Invincibility. But you see, I'll have this for the whole game, which is not fair. So first thing I want to do is when set power up to, let's say, nothing. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm gonna name it nothing. So when green flag clicked, set power up to nothing. So now it's functional, but it won't run out, will it? So I'm gonna make a whole new piece of code. When green flag clicked, it if power forever, if I'm gonna take this power up thing, if power up equals invincibility, wait 7 seconds and set power up to nothing. So if your power up is invincibility, wait 7 seconds and set power up to absolutely nothing. So then you're vulnerable to dying. So now you can see I have absolutely nothing and I die. So I'm gonna collect you. Yes, I'm invincible. So I'm gonna wait 7 seconds. Now you can see I die. I don't have invincibility. And I can die, and that appears right back. So haha, you cannot defeat me. Okay, no. Yes, I'm now invincible. This is very easy. Because even it's extremely effective and is very easy. So this will impress anybody. So now we're done here. But it's going to be very complicated for your the real player to differentiate whether he has invincibility or does he not. This power up doesn't look very nice when you know. So I'm gonna make him look different. Actually, I don't think that's very good. I'm gonna come. Let's set this to his original color. No. Yeah, this looks quite nice. So this will mean he is invincible. So I'll add to this. If power up equals invincibility, set set costume to cat B, I guess. And then no, I mean no, I need to change that. Okay, I messed up. So this is supposed to be cat B2 because this is the invincibility costume, and then it'll set back to its normal costume. So now, okay, I forgot. And just before I made a classic mistake, a dark leader mistake of forgetting a basic block. So now we're back to normal. We've got the little purple man. Jump, get here. I still have the nothing power up. Where did you disappear? Why are you hiding? So now I'm just gonna have to. So now you see, I have invincibility. I am unbeatable. Oh no, 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 no! I will not fall to you. Now you see, I'm back to being impossible to defeat. This is quite a lot, but so now you have equal power-ups and equal trampoline and equal enemies. But I'm feeling a bit cruel. I'm gonna add one more enemy. So I'm gonna add, let's say, a saw. Well, if you don't know already, and if you can see from all of the things I've made so far, I am not the world's best artist. I'll say it plainly. I am not a very good artist. So I'm going to copy this, come to our new sprite and paste it. So first of all, I'm going to set it to like a grayish color. Set it to here. Is there any good gray color? Yeah, I think this is a pretty good gray. Slightly too dark. Yeah, this looks much better. So I'm gonna use the magic shift key and hold it down whilst making my circle to get a perfect one. Now I'm gonna go back to select, paste it, set its fill. I'm gonna use this color picker, remember? And select it. You see, the outline has gone grey. That shows that it's been selected. We've got this grey little guy. So never mind. I'm gonna put it back to normal and stick it here, right here. I'm gonna paste one more of them, turn them here, and put it here. So now just to speed up the process, I'm gonna select two of these, paste them, move it here, flip it horizontally. Wait, no, yeah. So if I flipped it horizontally, and I'll rotate it a bit more. Keep rotating it, and so I'm gonna use the arrow keys to angle it as good as I can. No, I messed up. So I'm gonna select these top three, copy it, flip it vertically, pull it down. Oh wait, no. Uh, I'll just have to do that again. No, I need to select these three. So I'll copy it, paste it, flip it vertically, and drag it down under. So now I've got more or less a giant ugly saw. I will not lie, it does look ugly. So you've got this little guy. Well, I'm not gonna say he's little, he's quite big. So we've got a nice big saw. It's quite big, so I'm gonna shrink it. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this up a notch. I'm gonna be extremely cruel, and I'm gonna make the saw moving. First of all, I'm just gonna add a little bit of detail by increasing his, and I'll pull it forward. Did that just turn red? Tell me if you saw that turn red. I think I saw that turn. Okay, whatever. So we've got a slightly more detailed, but nonetheless that was bad looking. So tell me if you guys know somehow like how I can fix this, because I'm not the artist. I am not the artist, and I have never been it. And neither do I have any will of being one. If you ask me, being an artist is stressful. they've always got their mind clouded with something or the other. Wait, I just need to shrink this. Okay, so I'm gonna be super cruel. We've got level 5, don't we? So when green flag clicked. So the problem with moving sprites is you can't give them two different costumes because then it gets complicated. So I'm gonna put this and move it here. When green flag clicked, forever rotates 15 degrees. You can see it's like a saw. But that isn't what we want. When green flag clicks, we want it to hide and go here. I'm going to duplicate this. When green flag clicked, forever, wait until backdrop number equals, let's set this to 5. Number equals 5. Then so now it's gonna wait until the backdrop is number 5. Then it's gonna show. And where should I then show? Then I'm gonna use that same thing I used last time. Repeat until, duplicate this, put this here. Repeat until it's not backdrop number equals 5. I'm gonna make it go up, down, up, down. So here, glide. I'll just then glide to here. No, and then glide to here. No, here. This is, if you ask me, is quite a short thing. So I'll duplicate this, bring it here, drop this, drop this. So same thing, and then I'm gonna tell him. So when he detects the change of backdrops from backdrop 5, he's gonna hide. So now, but I'm not. But just to make this easier for me, and I'm gonna implement the power up somewhere. Wait until backdrop number equals 5 as well. And you know what? I'm just gonna go to this guy. Okay, if I'm right, I've put this into the power up. So yes, wait until backdrop number equals 5. Where are you, little? Okay, go. So I'll also make it. Then show. I put a hide here. Show and show. Then yes. So now I need to position it. Then go when green flag click. Go to here. So now you can see we've got the random level. No. And then we've got the little enemy. Bye bye. Now we've got this. You can see it's moving up and down, but I don't die to it. I completely forgot about that. So this might look kind of messy, but it's only a few. So if touching sprite 1, you're gonna die. And I forgot something. No, I just need to double click this. Yep. So you might need to double click the green flag, or it's just me, to get rid of all those guys. So you can see we've got the random level. We've got this. We've got invincibility, so we can't die to him. I'll just wait for my invincibility to run out. and I die. So I think I'm gonna leave this here. We've got just before I do anything. Wait until. Oh wait, no, I thought something. Uh, Now instead of that show, I'm sorry if I put that there. I'm gonna put hide. Now it's hiding. Just have to do the same here. I'll duplicate this. I'm gonna put a not. And then I'll just take a hide block. So now you're pretty much done. You've got most of the basic things anybody, any player, any gamer would have, and even a bit more. I think this is. I'm gonna end this here now. We've come very far, and this will also be the last part I do of this series. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series, and goodbye.